Hello and welcome to County Records Research and our How to Use This Website tutorial library. Today we're going to look at our property profiles and how we analyze the property information from what they show us. First of all, I'm going to select My Account and My Properties to open up my My Properties folder because we're going to save a property. I'm going to go ahead and select my Manage Folders option, and I want to look at a property in Long Beach today. So I'm going to go ahead and create a Long Beach folder right now. I've typed in Long Beach and I'm selecting Add Folder. Now I'm going to go back to my Property Search option and open up my screen. This is my property search screen. Since we're going to be looking in Long Beach, I've selected Los Angeles County South. Now I'm going to scroll down the page to my General Property Search option, and I'm going to select Upcoming Trustee Sales, and I'm going to type in Long Beach. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and hit my search button to open up a list of properties. Now my list is 0 to 20 of 46 total records, so because my total is greater than 20 and greater than 40, I'm going to select the option of seeing up to 60 records. Now all my records are visible. Now I'm going to scroll down the page, and here's a property on Conquista Avenue in Long Beach. There's a foreclosing first with a second of $42,000. The total amount owed the foreclosing first is $527,738. The property itself is worth $710,478 for a total auction equity of about $182,740. Now mind you, there is a second of $42,000, but that loan is subject to removal from the property by the process of the auction since we have a foreclosing first. Let's find out a little bit more by opening the profile. Now I have my profile open. On the right we have a map that has some unique functions to it. Notice there's a dark blue push pin in the center that represents the property itself. Notice that I can zoom in and hit the bird's eye option and actually see the property. Then I can zoom back out and select the road option again. If I zoom further out, I can also select the option to see other notices of default, other notices of sale, and other REO properties in the same vicinity if I want to go look at a variety of properties in the same trip. Now also notice on the left-hand side are the loans on the property. We have a foreclosing first with a second behind it. The first is for $496,000, originally written in January of 2006. Below that, we see an amount owed to the lender of $527,000. That is the amount owed on the foreclosing loan. The asterisk to the left represents that that is the foreclosing loan. Above, we see the same address as on the property below as a mailing address indicating this is owner occupied. We also see the owner of the property is David Evans, and it appears that Dave and Julie Evans were the trustors who borrowed the money. Now as I go down the report a little bit, we have our property details section and we have our lender and trustee information. This is all information that we've pulled from the notice of trustee sale. We also have an estimate of value of the property for $710,478. We also have links for Zillow and Trulia to check other comparable values, and there's our auction equity figure again, indicating that there's positive equity if the $710,000 figure is accurate. Further down the page I have the auction details section, which shows me the property is set to go to auction on January 30th, 2017, and that's the initial sale date as well, so this property has not been postponed. The auction is the first one that's actually scheduled. If I scroll back up to the top, you'll also note that we have a date that we posted to our website, or listed date, of January 3rd. Now if I scroll back down, notice that I have an option to go ahead and set up an email notification, and all I do for that is I select the option for a status change update and type in my email address. And go ahead and select submit. Now I'm going to save this property. I can type in notes if I'd like to. I can also upload photos. Now if I go up to the top, here's my Save button, and I'm going to select next to the Save button my Long Beach folder. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this property out and close out my search results, and I'm going to go ahead and select my notice of defaults instead and hit search again. Notice it's also given me that same Long Beach area, but these are notice of default records that I can take a look at and see if there's information that's of interest to me. Now in this particular case, I see a foreclosing loan on a property on 56th Street in Long Beach, and this one's a foreclosing second with a senior loan of $283,400. If I click on this property and open the profile, I see that we have the trustor and the owner are Nancy Cardwell, same person. We see that the address for her mail and the property address are the same, so it's her primary residence. We see a foreclosing second of 336 from 2007 with a senior loan from 2006. And we see further that we have the same type of information on the previous record, only we don't have any auction information because this is a notice of default. I can save this to my Long Beach folder as well by simply going over to my general folder option and selecting Long Beach and going ahead and clicking on the Save button. Now this profile has been saved also to my Long Beach folder. I can also use the same map functions, look at the bird's eye view of the property, and get all the information I need to do my research, make my offers, or be ready to buy at the auction.